All right, so enough about NVIDIA. The only last thing I'm going to say about her is that she really needed to do something. If you get NVIDIA plus 205, if you get Bitcoin plus 70K, and if you get the Russell plus 265, and the Qs above the daily 50, I would say you have the ingredients for a rally. And if that happens, I'm going to wait for the market to do this, 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 and this. Now, what am I going to do when it does this? When it gives me a little bit of a pullback from this rally over the next few days or into next week. When it does this, it's a decision time. Number one, on the rally, I'm going to cash in on my hedges. When it pulls back, I'm going to make a decision. Is it pulling back with a continuation theme going forward? Or is that the end of the rally? Because if it's the end of the rally and we break through support levels again, then I'm not going to get rid of my shorts. If anything, I might move the strikes. I could roll them. I could move the strikes. I can take the money that I made on the hedges and average down. Now, that's my favorite move. Can somebody tell me why? Why is that my favorite move? I'll tell you. Because it allows me to add to my position with house money. It didn't cost me anything to double down. So imagine if you were playing blackjack and the guy behind you said, when you double down, I'll give you the $50 chip to do it. And you don't have to pay me back. Okay. So you made money on the hedge. You took money from the market on this rally. Then you take some of that money and you use that free money to buy more to average down because you think price is going to go up here. However, watch close here, if the market rallies off of this bullish scenario, Bitcoin's got to continue higher. It can't just be one or two players, buying Bitcoin. NVIDIA has to really make a solid move and help bring up some of the other stocks. Has to be optimism in the market. Has to be reason. By the way, no Iran war. Oops, forgot one little detail. If early Friday morning, like at 3 o'clock in the morning, we dropping bombs on Tehran, this goes out the window. Just to say that. If the rally pulls back and holds, and it's just a pullback and starts to move back up, then I will use the pullback to ease out of the rest of my shorts. And I'll take whatever capital I've got left out of this, and now the hedges become the directional trade. As I said earlier, this exact scenario here is covered extensively in the 10 musts to master. But that's how I'm reading it, and that's how I'm playing it. I'll draw it out a little more simply here, take some questions. If your main move is to short, and there's a lot of variations of this, I'm just going to show you one. If your main move is short, and let's say that's a monthly expiration, okay, you got that going on. But now we start to see bounces and this kind of stuff, right? So what do we want to do? Well, we might want to hedge. So this is long term because we're convinced that that's what it's going to do. So we short term hedge. Weeklies, right? We just do weeklies here. We capitalize on that money, and if price continues lower, we take the money from the hedges, and at these moments in time, we double down on the longs, DD. In some cases, triple D, if you like that stuff, right? Everybody with me so far? That's cool. Now, if at any point in time, these are bounces, at any point in time where the bounce actually starts to move like this, like we could have breaking out of that consolidation zone to the upside because of NVIDIA and Bitcoin and whatever else, that's now called a recovery rally. It's recovering from the C, which is correction, and now you're in this recovery rally. But here's the good news. The hedges are making bank. So you have a choice. Do I switch to this direction and my hedges become the main move long, or what? So that's the decision that we will make. If the markets move lower, we'll make a little bit of money on some hedges, and cool. And then we'll take that money and maybe we'll double down some more. We'll see. If you break this level, absolutely we will. And we'll stay in that long move. If, however, we don't really get an answer and it chops, we'll stay the course until next week, where at some point we may want to do it again and put on some more hedges and roll the dice again. However, if the hedge, all of a sudden we get this move up, this recovery rally, we have to make a decision. What do we do with the long-term shorts? Do we dump them? Well, you got to be certain, because what if it does this, retests this level, and breaks? And then you get this. You're going to be like, I can't believe I did that. So you got to be certain. So what does certain mean? Certain means that if you break through the level, you guys hear me talk about this all the time, even in CTV, wait for the pullback. Before dumping your shorts, wait for the pullback. When the pullback happens and hits the top of the consolidation zone, does it hold? Because if it does and doesn't break through it, then that pullback that holds is your opportunity to ease out of the short position. And whatever monies that you get out of it, you now redirect it that way. And the hedge becomes the main move long. And now you're in this. And when you start to chop and you have too much exposure long, what do? You put your short-term hedge on bearishly, just the opposite of what you did here. This is the game. This is how you beat the market. The market doesn't expect you to know this shit. The market expects you to buy long puts, long calls, and get beat up as the market chops. They expect you to buy long calls here, and they torture you. And then they expect you to buy long puts, and then they torture you. This is what the market is doing to 99% of the traders out there. Complete fear, aggravation, panic. Oh no, not again. Then they get excited. They think, all right, we're going to go this way. And then it turns to grief. And oh, frickin' no, not again. I cannot believe I did that. Well, this time I'm buying calls and I'm not going to miss out. Oh my God. I can't believe this is happening again. Yeah, they do it a little smoother than I do. This is the game that they're playing, but it's not my game. I used to play this game. I don't play this game anymore. I play my game. I play Trade With Me Now game. And that's why I'm here, to teach you, not just to give you trades, but to teach you how to play this game so you have an edge too. So you can go to sleep and not have to pray which way the market's going to go. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video from Trade With Me Now. Make sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel so you make sure that you catch our next video right when it's released. Also, if you have a question or comment, please leave that in the comments section below. And of course, if you want to learn more about Trade With Me Now or join our community of profitable traders, go to tradewithmenow.com. There's also a link in the description below.